I hear guns going off in the distance, so someone is practicing freedom. How you doing, Fluffy Dog? Fluffy Dog sat on my seat and his very muddy paws. Good morning, everybody. We are in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, and visited Harper's Ferry yesterday, and Fluffy got super muddy. And now we are headed back onto the Transamerica Trail, headed north, and I think we will hit Pennsylvania today. This is a charming and lovely area of farmland. I bet when everything is super green in the spring and summer, that it's even more spectacular. Technically, we're hiking on the Appalachian Trail right now. Apparently, we are in Maryland. We went from West Virginia to Maryland, and then I don't know where the road goes. The state lines are really wonky in this area, and you cross them a lot when you're driving these little back roads. But we decided to take a stop because there's this little cool looking church and a ton of historical markers that we'll go check out. But let's check out this little church first. It's really cool, and Fluffy's glad to get out to stretch his legs, even though we have not been on the road very long. He's still happy to get out and see things and smell things and pee on things. Good things to pee on? Yeah. This is the church. It's really cool. And this is directly on the Appalachian Trail. What a lovely place this would be to stop for a little break if you were hiking the trail, which I would love to do someday. That's on my list. The Dahlgren Chapel was built around 1881 by Madeline Vinton Dahlgren, widow of Admiral John A. Dahlgren, U.S. Navy, inventor of the Dahlgren gun, which I have no idea what that is. The armament used by the USS Monitor against the CSS Virginia, formerly the steam frigate USS Merrimack. I don't know what the Dahlgren gun is, but apparently it's for ships. That's as intelligent of a discourse I can make on that. There's this very cute little building across the street, too. That was a nice little stop, a little off of our path. So we are going to get back on our path. But that's cool. I'm not going to read all those historical markers because it's a lot. Although, thankfully, these actually are someplace you could stop. There are a ton of historical markers in Maryland where they're just on the side of like a 55-mile-an-hour road and there's no place to pull off. And they have a ton of small text, so you can't tell what they say. But this one, you could actually stop and read the historical marker. I reached a little turning point in the road and it was not entirely clear which way I should go. So I have chosen a direction and I think it is the correct direction. But we'll see what happens. I am following a GPS track on Gaia GPS to follow the Transamerica Trail. And I keep missing my turns. There's no turn-by-turn directions, so I have to kind of keep glancing at the map. But one of our wrong turns brought us to this very cute little church. Now we are going to turn ourselves around. Try not to run into the old church. And get back on track. All right. Roar. The turn we missed was at Katosin Mountain Park, which apparently is part of the Department of Interior. I thought it was a state park, but maybe some of it's state park and some of it's National Park Service. I don't know, but that's where we're going. Hopefully going straight through it to Pennsylvania. Straight ahead is where we're supposed to go, and we cannot go there. And road closed at the visitor center. I think we need to turn around and try this different road down the way. I've taken a look at the map, and assuming this road isn't closed up the road as well, it goes through the park and it should get us through the park. We'll be finding out real shortly, I think, if it is also closed. My improvised workaround worked. And look at this cool building behind me. I don't know, it's neat. I love these cool old stone buildings. A little close. We're on a pretty narrow road, which I'm happy about. The Transamerica Trail was made for motorcycles, and out west it's mostly dirt roads. And apparently out east it's kind of windy mountain roads as much as they can. And that is and that's great if you're on a motorcycle. It is a little less exciting in the Jeep. But it's still better than going on the highway. We have reached Pennsylvania, and we are in the Michaud State Forest. At least I assume that's how you pronounce it. I assume it's French. And this is where we're going to camp for the night, in some woods. It's very nice. I hear guns going off in the distance, so someone is practicing freedom. But that's it for today. Just covering some miles. So we're leaving that camp spot. I was finally able to get the Starlink booted up and to get the website to properly load. And it turns out that camping is closed in the winter in this state forest. And technically, I don't think anybody's gonna come by and check. I could stay there with no problem. But I don't want to start this trip out doing illegal stuff. So we are headed into town. Nearest town is Waynesboro, and we are going to find a place to spend the night.